Whoa. Good morning, YouTube. What's up, guys? It's mile repeat day, and it is, let me just show you. It is sunny out. Oh my goodness, can you believe it? Well, we're in Kate's neck of the woods today because we're gonna do mile repeats. Even though I said that I wasn't, oh, where did Kate go? Oh, there she is. Even though I said I was never going to film mile repeats again just a week ago, I'm filming them again because a certain shoe showed up at my door. I'm just getting all my stuff here. Yesterday, when I was about to go for a run, a certain shoe showed up at my door, and here we are. I have to film mile repeats from these. It's the Brooks Hyperion Elite 2. So, the first version of the shoe didn't get such great reviews, if you remember. We'll get into that later. So we're going to try these out. I've actually already ran in them once, not going to lie. And I have some thoughts about them, but I'm going to keep them to myself until we do the speed test. Let's get these laced up. Let's get on the road. I'm back from my run, and now it's time to talk all about the Brooks Hyperion Elite 2. So back in the beginning of the year, maybe it was in like January, don't quote me on that, but Brooks released the Hyperion Tempo and the Hyperion Elite, which was supposed to be the super shoe from Brooks, the carbon fiber plated shoe that will compete with the Next Percents and the Alpha Flies and the Endorphin Speeds and all that stuff. The running world quickly learned that DNA Zero, which was the midsole used in the first version, was not durable and it felt hard as a rock. I didn't try it, but that's what I saw online. So it didn't get such great reviews at all. And with the Olympic marathon trials coming up during that time, everyone was wondering if Des Linden and the other Brooks athletes were really gonna be wearing the Hyperion Elite, given how it really feels underfoot. Well, sure enough, fast forward to Olympic marathon trials day, and Des Linden is not wearing the Hyperion Elite 1. She's wearing the 2. So we were all like, of course she's not wearing the 1. Of course she's gonna wear something better. But will the mass market actually ever get to see the shoe? Well, here it is. We got to see it. I'll tell you, this is a good feeling shoe, and I think a true competitor in the super shoe marketplace. I do have an issue with it, which we'll get to, but other than that issue, it's really solid. The Brooks Hyperion Elite 2 is 7.6 ounces for a men's size 9. It is a unisex shoe, and that's exactly what I have here, a men's size 9, and I weighed it myself, and it is 7.6 ounces. It has an 8mm drop, but I'm not exactly sure what the exact measurements are, But what I can tell you is that it has 2 millimeters more of midsole cushioning than its predecessor. And I would say the Hyperion Elite 2 is true to size. The upper of the Hyperion Elite 2 is a stretch woven mesh that offers a nice secure fit throughout the midfoot of the shoe. This upper material is very breathable. I ran on 2 pretty humid days and I still felt airflow through the toe box. And the rest of the shoe, like in the midfoot and in the back, it isn't too thick, so you're still getting some airflow through those areas as well. I found the toe box of this shoe to be very wide, very roomy, plenty of room for your toes to display. I thought maybe it was on the verge of being too big even, but I think it's just a characteristic of the forefoot of the shoe. It's just a little roomier. So if you got a wide foot, this might be it. Brooks is using the same laces in the Hyperion Elite 2 that they used in the Hyperion Tempo, if you remember those. They have these like little bumps or nicks on them that just help the shoe stay tied. The tongue of the shoe has absolutely no padding. It is just a piece of fabric, like a suede-ish material, and it is not gusseted. So I did have a little bit of trouble getting it to be just in place exactly how it's supposed to be. The whole back area of the shoe was a little bit of a problem for me. First, you have this ankle collar that doesn't really have any padding or cushioning on the top. And then you have this heel counter, which is somewhat sturdy-ish, but it curves inward pretty drastically. And that was causing the heel of the shoe to dig into my ankle. Now, a lot of you will be like, well, was it the sock you were wearing? Was your sock kind of falling down and exposing your Achilles? No, it wasn't. It was on my left side. My right side had no problems. But I am a little worried that maybe me and this shoe's heel area just do not mix. Everything about this upper felt comfortable to me except for this back area. That being said, I didn't have any issues with hot spots or breathability, but the blisters, it's not great. Moving on to the midsole of the Brooks Hyperion Elite 2. Brooks is using a full-length DNA Flash midsole, which is nitrogen infused, to offer a softer landing and more energy return. And what would a super shoe be without a carbon fiber plate? That is also sandwiched in between the layers of midsole. The midsole and the plate are also combined with Brooks Rapid Roll technology, which is the technology that rolls you forward in your stride, which you know I love. So how do all these things feel together? I actually loved the way this midsole felt under my foot. I gotta be honest, when I tried the Brooks Hyperion Tempo, as you guys might know, I didn't like DNA Flash, but I'm actually pleasantly surprised to tell you that I love it in the Elite 2. Maybe it's because there's more of it in the Elite 2, but I feel that cushion and I also feel the response from the midsole mixed with the plate. I've done 2 runs so far in the Hyperion Elite 2. I did a 5.5 mile tempo run, which felt great, and then I also did mile repeats, which is what you guys saw. The Hyperion Elite 2 performed well on both occasions, but during the mile repeats, I was really able to get into a nice, sweet rhythm with this shoe. And that's when the midsole really started to shine. Once you get your body moving in those higher paces, you can basically set this shoe on cruise control and just go and not think about it. I also felt pretty stable on the platform of the Hyperion Elite 2. It does look very high up, but it is wide, so I didn't feel like I was gonna roll my ankle or fall over, and I felt pretty secure going around sharp turns. Another great thing about the midsole of the Elite 2 is that it's a lot more durable than the 1. Like I said earlier, DNA 0 was proving to be pretty not durable at all. But I think with the Hyperion Tempo, we saw that DNA Flash is a bit more durable, and we have a lot of it in the Elite 2, so I'm thinking it's gonna be able to really go the distance. I'm really into the midsole of the shoe, and I think Brooks did a great job fixing the problem in the first version and listening to their customers. Moving on to the outsole of the Hyperion Elite 2, Brooks is using strategic rubber in the forefoot and in the heel of the shoe. This is the perfect placement of rubber. You do not need any more rubber for a speed shoe. You need some in the forefoot and some in the heel where people are going to strike. With that rapid roll technology, it really does promote a forefoot running stride, so that's where we have the most traction here. I'd say so far so good with this traction. I'm not seeing any signs of premature wear. The traction pattern is intact, and I really have no negative things to say about this outsole yet. So that's pretty good. The Brooks Hyperion Elite 2 is available for pre-order on runningwarehouse.com for $249.95, I believe. If you're a Brooks fanboy or fangirl and you just can't do anything but run in Brooks shoes, then you found your super shoe. This is it. This is the real deal. It is a true competitor. I'll link it down below if you'd like to pick up your own pair. Keep in mind it is an affiliate link, which doesn't mean much for you. It just helps out my channel so I can test out shoes that will cut up my ankles so they don't cut up yours. You know, I really like this shoe. It excited me from the first mile and it still excites me, but I am worried about this heel issue and this ankle area and if I'm going to keep getting blisters. Sometimes those things fix themselves with time and sometimes they don't. Well guys, that concludes my first run impressions of the Brooks Hyperion Elite 2. If you enjoyed this video, please like it down below and subscribe. And when you're done with all that, hit that notifications bell down below so you can find out every time I upload a new video. Am I Des Linden yet? I have another video for you guys next week, but in the meantime, get out there, get on the grind, and don't forget to run like heller. See you next time. Kate, what happened on your last mile repeat?
Well, I forgot to pause my watch because I let myself stop at the half-mile mark. So I suffered and have no idea what my mile time is.
I'm sure some of you can relate to that.
Because I can't think about a single thing when I'm trying to go fast.
Nope.
Anyone else?